The book of Exodus tells the story of the Israelites' journey from slavery to freedom, a journey that is both physical and spiritual. After escaping Egypt, they find themselves in the wilderness, a vast and unforgiving landscape that tests their faith and resilience. It is here, amidst the challenges of survival and the uncertainty of the unknown, that they encounter God and receive His law, a moment that defines their identity as a people. In Exodus chapters 18 through 24, we witness a pivotal moment in this journey, where the Israelites' relationship with God is solidified. It is a time of transition and transformation, as the Israelites shift from a fleeing horde to a structured community under God's covenant, learning to live by divine laws. This section of Exodus explores the establishment of leadership, the giving of the law, and the formalization of the covenant between God and His chosen people, setting the foundation for their future. This narrative is not just ancient history, it speaks to the human experience in every age, offering lessons on faith, perseverance, and community. It explores themes of leadership, justice, and the importance of covenant. Timeless principles that continue to shape our world today, reminding us of the enduring power of faith and law. Leading a nation, even one newly freed, is no small feat. Moses, tasked with guiding the Israelites, finds himself overwhelmed by the burden of judgment. The people line up day and night seeking his wisdom and settling disputes. Seeing his son-in-law's exhaustion, Jethro, a priest of Midian, steps in. "What you are doing is not good," he tells Moses. "You and these people who come to you will only wear yourselves out." His solution? Delegate. Jethro advises Moses to appoint capable, trustworthy individuals to share the responsibility of judgment. Moses heeds his father-in-law's advice. He establishes a system of judges, creating a hierarchy of authority to handle the people's needs. This wise counsel brings much-needed order and efficiency, allowing Moses to focus on his primary role, communicating with God and leading the people according to His guidance. The dramatic scene unfolds at Mount Sinai, a place shrouded in mystery and divine presence. The Israelites gather at the base, their hearts pounding with a mix of fear and anticipation. The air crackles with anticipation, as if the very atmosphere is charged with the weight of the moment. Every eye is fixed on the mountain, every ear straining to hear the voice of the divine. God descends upon the mountain in a display of awe-inspiring power: thunder, lightning, smoke, and a trumpet blast that shakes the very earth. The spectacle is both terrifying and magnificent, a clear sign of the divine presence. It is here, amidst this dramatic backdrop, that God proposes a covenant with the Israelites, a binding agreement that will shape their destiny and define their identity as a people. "If you obey me fully and keep my covenant," God declares, "then out of all nations you will be my treasured possession." These words resonate deeply with the Israelites, offering them a unique and exalted status among the nations. He promises to make them a kingdom of priests, a holy nation set apart for His purposes. This promise is not just about privilege, but about responsibility and service to a higher calling. The Israelites, humbled and awestruck by the divine revelation, readily agree. Their hearts are filled with a sense of purpose and destiny. "We will do everything the Lord has said," they affirm in unison, their voices echoing with conviction and commitment. This covenant marks a turning point in the story of the Israelites, a moment that will be remembered for generations to come. It is a defining moment that sets them on a path of faith and obedience. It is a declaration of their unique relationship with God, a relationship built on obedience, trust, and mutual commitment. This bond is unlike any other, setting them apart as a people chosen for a divine purpose. The covenant is not merely a set of rules, but a sacred bond that promises blessings for faithfulness and consequences for disobedience. It is a profound commitment that will guide their actions and shape their future. Section 4, Pillars of Justice, unveiling the Ten Commandments. The heart of the covenant lies in the Ten Commandments, a concise yet profound code of conduct spoken by God Himself amidst the thunder and fire of Mount Sinai. These commandments, etched on stone tablets, serve as the foundation for a just and righteous society. The first 4 commandments focus on the Israelites' relationship with God. They are commanded to have no other gods, to refrain from making idols, to treat God's name with reverence, and to observe the Sabbath as a holy day of rest. The remaining commandments address relationships between people. They prohibit murder, adultery, stealing, false witness, and coveting. These timeless principles, rooted in love for God and love for neighbor, provide a framework for living in harmony with God and with one another. Section 5. Beyond the 10 laws for a just society. The 10 commandments provide the foundational principles, but God's instruction goes further, outlining specific laws and social structures to ensure justice and compassion within the Israelite community. These laws cover a wide range of issues, from the building of altars to the treatment of the vulnerable. There are laws regarding slavery, outlining fair treatment and eventual freedom. Laws concerning violence emphasize accountability and restitution. Property rights are established and procedures for fair trials are laid out. Special protection is given to widows, orphans, and foreigners, reflecting God's heart for the marginalized. These laws paint a picture of a society where justice is paramount and where the vulnerable are not forgotten. They demonstrate God's desire for a community marked by righteousness, compassion, and respect for all. Section 6. Sacred Rhythms, Sabbath and Festivals. Embedded within the fabric of Israelite life are rhythms of rest and celebration, the Sabbath and the annual festivals. The Sabbath, a day of rest observed every seventh day, serves as a powerful reminder of God's creative power and His care for His people. It is a time to cease from work, to reflect on God's goodness, and to nurture relationships. In addition to the Sabbath, 3 major festivals are instituted: the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Feast of Harvest, and the Feast of Shelters. These festivals, tied to the agricultural cycle, are joyful occasions for worship, thanksgiving, and remembrance. These sacred rhythms, woven into the very fabric of Israelite life, serve as tangible reminders of God's faithfulness, His provision, and His enduring covenant with His people. Section 7. Towards the Promised Land, a covenant remembered. As the Israelites prepare to leave Mount Sinai and continue their journey, they are filled with a mixture of anticipation and trepidation. The path ahead is unknown, but their faith in God's promise gives them strength. God reiterates His promise to bring them into the Promised Land, a land flowing with milk and honey. This land represents not just a physical territory, but a place of spiritual fulfillment and divine blessing. He assures them of His presence and His protection, a constant reminder that they are not alone on this arduous journey, promising to drive out the inhabitants of the land before them, clearing the way for the Israelites to take possession of their inheritance. However, God also issues a sober warning. The journey will not be without its challenges and temptations. They are to make no treaties with the inhabitants of the land, ensuring that their allegiance remains solely with God. Nor are they to adopt their idolatrous practices, which could lead them astray from their covenant. The Israelites are to remain faithful to their covenant with God, a covenant that defines their identity and purpose, remembering that He alone is their God and their deliverer, the one who brought them out of Egypt, and will lead them to their new home. With the covenant firmly established and the law etched on their hearts, they are bound together by a shared commitment to God's commandments. The Israelites set out from Mount Sinai, their hearts filled with hope and determination, carrying with them the promise of a new land and the hope of a future defined by God's faithfulness. Each step they take is a testament to their trust in God's plan. Their journey is a testament to the enduring power of covenant, a bond that transcends time and circumstance, the transformative nature of law, which guides and shapes their community, and the faithfulness of a God who keeps His promises, ensuring that their journey, though challenging, will lead to a place of peace and fulfillment. If you enjoyed this journey through Exodus, please like, comment, and subscribe to Bible Tales 963 for more inspiring stories.